Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Steelers were frustrated with last week's loss and are anxious to get back above 500 in today's game. It's the Celtic Tigers going up against the Steelers.
Larry, despite the elements, these fans here in Western Pennsylvania, they wouldn't dream of missing this one as you get a look inside snowy Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dublin Celtic Tigers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
Run! 9 yards still remaining here to pick up the first on 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that's complete to Jesse James. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. Got some real estate inside the 30. And a cutback. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This is taken at his 4. Runs over it. Oh, now he bowls him over. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. First down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Now he steps away. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
A good pick up there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, here's Newton. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a play fake, and it's Newton to Mixon on the check down. And now running right through it. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss. and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on 3rd down. Prescott to throw it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Prescott from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And tough starting field position here. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. Play clock winding down. Now Newton. And he will find his man on the outside. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Mixon. And some room to maneuver. A gain of 11 and a first down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. Now Newton on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Play action. It's Newton. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
On the carry, it's Muhammad. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Normally, that's not the down and distance that you call a draw play. You're usually wanting to wait to second or third down with a definite passing situation before that play is dialed up.
Second down, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Four minutes to play here in quarter number 2. On third down, it's Prescott. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Fourth down, Prescott. James has got it, complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And they're not able to convert on fourth down.
Playing in snow brings so many other factors into the game. It's not just trying to take care of the ball, and we just saw there that that's difficult to do, but just trying to keep your feet and carry out your assignments and make sure you're comfortable while you're out there playing. Are you warm enough in your clothing? A million things going on, but the biggest one, hold on to the ball.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. To throw on second down is Newton. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. A really nice gain of 25 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. They lost 4 there, and it's third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They'll run here with Mixon, and he's going to be taken down right at the line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Heinz Field after this. And Elliott puts this one through. And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. Shift
together here from the D-line. Here's Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. They go again with Muhammad, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Prescott looks to throw on first. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense on it.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Ryan Shazier not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. They fake the give. Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Second and 10, Newton again. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Ryan Shazier in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Off play action. Newton flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
They'll run it. This is Muhammad. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
And the Steelers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Here's Muhammad. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th-and-1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal. So instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this completes a Henry over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And a gain there of 11 yards.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Now they run with Mixon, and he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. From the gun, here's Newton. Here's one incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. And this offense on third down today, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given a little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Elsewhere, second half is underway up in Orchard Park. Now the Bills, they have added to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up second down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Now Mixon. And touchdown! A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the fumble recovering leads to 6 points.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Elliott now to kick this one away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Prescott now on second down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall right there around the 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid him, picking up a first down.
Prescott now. escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. A second down throw for Prescott. Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he loses the football a second time. And this is going to go the other way. The defense has it. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. Back now in Pittsburgh, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. Fights through, and now a crease. Room to run inside the 40. Dashing through the snow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Elliott now to kick this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On second down, Prescott again. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And the punt team is out there. It's not 4th down. Maybe the cold weather here freezing their brain a bit. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's it.
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Play was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This fielded at the 2. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Willis in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Prescott off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Now Prescott. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gave a glimpse of his quick feet and then taken down right at the 30. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. And a give this time to the tailback. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On first down, it's Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 3rd down, Newton. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And this one's not close. Not even close. Short and to the right. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he was 3 for 3 to that point, but he couldn't keep the perfect game going.
Did someone mention it on the bench and jinx it?
Maybe jinx him a little bit.
Well, you doubt it had anything to do with overconfidence, but hey, it's an inexact science. These things do happen.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And an alley to run. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. 3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Throwing here, Newton. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion, or even worse, an interception.
Now a handoff looking right. Only able to make it to the 15 after the nice move. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.